Adam Borsey for our video blog on the social justice topic. And for me, I think it comes right from that Bible verse in Psalm 82 when it says that we are to defend the poor and the fatherless, to do justice to the afflicted and the needy. I think that is a biblical truth that should shape us as counselors as well. And as I think about this topic and why these things are important for us, I think the ACA Code of Ethics, the 2016 CACREP standards, they speak to the importance of advocacy on behalf of our clients, because if we aren't helping a client deal with issues that might be related to their cultural conditioning, what's going on with them externally, and if we aren't also active proponents in our own community, we're not doing everything we can on the behalf of those we claim to be trying to serve. I can't say I care for you, but I don't care about the external circumstances that are creating negative emotional and mental health outcomes for you. You're a whole person, and so it's important for us to do that. And for me, I think the idea of cultural humility is huge. I loved in the podcast, he kind of talked about this idea that, you know, after his clinical training, that he felt he knew what he was doing, but then being kind of thrown into that experience in Alaska, this native population, where his instructor basically told him, like, we've had all these people are used to a bunch of white people just coming in every once in a while thinking that they're going to help everybody. And that was humbling for him to realize the attitude he carries. If he doesn't have a position of humility as he interacts with people from very diverse and different backgrounds, would create a wall that the therapeutic relationship will never really be well established. Because without that cultural humility, people sense that about you, that whether you're actively judging their background, they can immediately say that's not a safe person, or this is not a person who's really going to care about the whole me. So why should I open up, and why should I care about what they have to say? And so I think it's a vital and essential part of being a counselor to put those things into practice. And then just as I think about what I'm going to do as a counselor is, especially, you know, I can't know every culture, but the cultures of the clients I do have should be important to me. So if I will have a client who is from a background that I'm just unfamiliar with, what I would hope that I have the opportunity to pursue is seeking out relationships or conversations with people in my community who would be similar in background. People, hopefully in my church community, I can sit down and say, I don't know a lot about this background. Like, I just want you to teach me. I want to listen to you so that as I go back as a counselor, I'm becoming more well-versed in understanding where they're coming from. And then as an advocate in the community, it's not as much that I need to always be marching around with a sign, but I like that quote from MLK in the beginning of the book, that it's the paraphrase. It's not just that you're actively doing evil, but if you passively sit by while evil is being done, you're just as guilty. And so when things occur in my community, or there is an opportunity to make my voice heard on the behalf of a population group that is struggling, if I just say, well, it's not my place, it's not my battle, it's not my issue, then I'm not doing justice to those in my community who need help. And so I need to speak up and use my voice and use what strength and things that I've been blessed with, perhaps, in my position in community, to be more proactive on behalf of not just people who be my clients, but people who could be my clients. So I enjoy learning this topic, and I can't wait to hear from everybody else.